We have 56 quests to beat in this Minecraft version of RuneScape, and yes, we will be doing it alone. No outside help. This gets way harder than it looks, and along the way we face old school nostalgia, fishing trauma, and a stubborn persistence to never quit. So stick around to see RuneScape reimagined. Welcome to CraftScape. Lights, camera, action. Here's the setup. We go full Ironman mode. RuneScape players may recognize this term, but for those unaware, Ironman means zero help. It blocks player interaction around trading or selling items. So for everyone else, picture a solo campaign rather than clicking multiplayer. But hey, we've all been there. Sometimes we gotta keep the voices in our heads company. But being alone was not our only challenge. We had to relearn the game. First up, after logging in, Tutorial Island. It teaches the variety of skills we will be needing in the world of CraftScape. Just remember, fishing is trauma, and fishing became life. Honestly, it left scars I'm still trying to shake. You'll see why in a later quest. After leaving Tutorial Island, we land in Lumbridge Castle. We don't know where to even begin, until we remember one of RuneScape's classic beginner quests. So without further delay, we rush to perform the Lumbridge Catacombs, where we need to save a young maiden from being sacrificed by a bunch of evil cultists. This marks our quest of no return. No backing out now. We will persist through every quest no matter what. Down in the dark catacombs, we face 3 villains. A ranger shooting arrows, a mage unleashing bursts of raw magic, and lastly the sword fighter, his strikes landing harder than expected. None went down easily, the fight dropping our health dangerously low. Yet, against all odds, we land the final blow that brings the swordsman down. In the end, we save the day, stopping the sacrifice and rescuing the victim to prevent the world's destruction. As a reward, we get a quick boost to our combat skills, but this victory meant more to us. It was the spark that ignited everything, the beginning of our journey. Just like in RuneScape, this quest starts the story players never forget. And this was only the opening act. The next 19 quests felt smooth. We hit wrong turns and made mistakes, but nothing could stop us. We won't cover all 56 quests in detail, but if you love nostalgia, then check the description and full playlist later. Now let's talk RuneScape nostalgia. These are the quests that were truly memorable from the first 19. Rune Mysteries shows that CraftScape values quality of life enhancements, removing the need for rune talismans in rune crafting. So only Aubrey knows the teleport spell to the Rune Essence Mine? No, there are others. When you speak to them, they will know you and grant you access to that place when asked. The Order of the Santa Clauses, huh? Oh wait, that's not it. Aubrey found a way to craft runes without a talisman. This is incredible! Wait a second. Abracadabra! There you go. This spell should allow you to craft runes without any talisman. Oh, nice. With Sheep Shearer, there's nothing like stripping sheep down to their birthday suits and spinning their wool. Poor sheep. And we can never forget the absurd Romeo and Juliet quest. It features well-made cutscenes that mirror RuneScape's cinematic clips. Aww, it would make Shakespeare so proud. Or angry. Romeo ditched Juliet for her cousin in this one. Hi, Romeo. I'm Philippia. Whoa, you're a fox. It's a shame about Juliet, but perhaps we can meet later? Who's Juliet? What a tragedy. Or take the equally crazy murder mystery quest where the culprit changes every time we play. The cook's assistant serves up a cup of simple delight, sending us to fetch ingredients for the king's personal chef. You're such a great assistant. Okay, they wanted a melon cake. Let me see. Yes. Could you please give me 5 melons? Bruh, this isn't Dora. Goblin's diplomacy puts us in the middle as peacekeepers between 2 goblin generals fighting over the color of their clothes. So these 2 are arguing over whose armor looks tougher, who has the nicer car, who's got the biggest house. They're arguing over all the crazy stuff. Who cares that your dog has more followers on social media? Let me just pick your clothes. Yeah, they agreed on brown in the end. Go figure. And of course, Ernest the Chicken. The quest where crazy professors and family road trips collide. Somewhere in there, someone always ends up a chicken. Big shout out to Ernest's wife for dealing with her husband's nonsense.
Ernest, you had one job. to go in there, ask for directions, and get out of here so we can get home safely. But now I have to ask this adventurer to get your bird butt out here. My name's Veronica.
We gotta hand it to the developers, though. They did an excellent job adapting these RuneScape quests to Minecraft. There seems to be 2 pairs of shoes in the chest. One, however, seems to be rotting. I think it's been laying there unwanted for a long time. You take the other pair. You received the fancy boots. On our journey, we also hit some CraftScape-only quests. Hide and Seek has us helping a poor mom find her kids scattered all over Draenor. Secret painting, ooh, my mom. Oh, my mom is looking for me? Just tell her that I'll come back home shortly. I think I know where the last kid is. I've seen him going down the ladder into Drainor's sewer. Don't worry, everyone. He's still there. Flax the String acts as a crafting tutorial RuneScape should have had ages ago. Day 1 of tracking the majestic water Fina. Just grinding away, gathering tomatoes like survival depends on it. Nobody else needs to know. Nobody has to find out about mining tomatoes of all things. Only me. And well, Waterfina knows, obviously. Oh, Waterfina? Huh? Where'd you vanish to? Wait, what? Where'd you go? Waterfina? And just like that, the legend of Waterfina came to a close. As you may have noticed, I am a farmer, and I live by farming flax. But do you know why flax is important in CraftScape? Because you can craft string? I don't know. Because you can craft string. We're geniuses. Forget friends, we're on Ironman mode. It was really all about the flax we made along the way, wasn't it? Then there's Lumbridge's Weirdo, a quest with a kid wreaking creepy havoc on his dad's farm. My dad's not there at the moment, but he's told me to be wise. I want to the chickens for fun like all the other people in town, but I don't have the strength for that. Do you think you could the chickens outside? Jamal, I will watch from the windows. This seems incredibly reasonable. Let's go do it. We just go along with the shenanigans. Like I said, we will persist through every quest no matter what. My Desi told me about a very strange ritual. Pray in a church and then say Babanza in the chat. Babanza? And that was just the start of the trouble. Other RuneScape-inspired quests like Into the Abyss and the Waterfall quest help us unlock easier runecrafting methods and boost our combat skills to level 20 instantly. We're definitely not telling this creep what happened to all his friends in the catacombs. Alright, if you help us access the Rune Essence Mine, we will share our runecrafting secrets with you in return. That's my son, Hooden. He's always getting into trouble. The boy's convinced there's hidden treasure in the river, and I'm a bit worried about his safety. The poor lad can't even swim. I mean, I could go and take a look for you if you'd like. Would you? You are kind. Your mom sent me to find you. Don't play nice with me. I know you're looking for the treasure too. Where is this treasure you talk of? Yeah, we're totally stealing this boy's treasure. I'm peeing in this fountain. Here we go. Now that Falador icon will forever memorialize our peeing in this fountain. Gotta say, both quests felt a bit villainous. Helping an evil group get nuclear level power? Check. Stealing treasure from an e-girl's son without telling his mom where he's hiding? Honestly, Simps give her enough treasure, so did we really do a bad thing? Double check. RuneScape's weird. Despite the strangeness, we blast through 3 to 4 RuneScape quests a session. Easy. Tap the "That was easy" button and keep going. All 56 looks like a done deal. We seem ready to claim our spot in the halls of CraftScape completionist history. Our confidence, though, proves premature. By quest 21, things shift hard. Imp Slayer kept dragging on for hours. Our first real test of patience and consistency. What starts as a quick grab the stolen beads from imps turns into a marathon. Yo, Mizgog, we got your balls back. Then Prince Ali's rescue, quest 22, demands even more time gathering items. Remember when sharing sheep was the hardest thing we had to do? Man, but we keep moving. Shortly after, reality hits again. Turns out some quests have prerequisites. Who would have thought? So off the chair and onto the floor we go. We build out a chronological list of every quest, item, and skill we will need. No more guesswork. Only preparation for the grind. Our next target became the Druidic Ritual quest. Let's just say, sometimes homework helps prevent future work. Druidic Ritual, one of my favorites in CraftScape, serves as a gateway into dungeons and potions. But with human interactions off limits, buying the 4 animal meats we need becomes out of the question. So we take down each animal ourselves to get their medium rare offerings for a proper cauldron dunking session. Yes, this really happens as part of the Druidic Ritual quest. And yeah, we fully boycott the small business meat market along the way. You're welcome, polar bears. After that, quests don't stay simple anymore. Some take hours to prepare for. Gone are the days of little hide-and-seek adventures like strolling into Drainer's haunted manor and finding a kid hiding behind a bookcase. And I never thought getting a red berry pie would give me trouble, but here we are spending loads of time retrieving a king's ceremonial sword back in the knight's sword. The most punch yourself in the face and smile change from RuneScape? Thurgo's look. In CraftScape, Thurgo seems to fight gods for a living, while RuneScape gives us a guy who will more likely yell at an undercooked pie. Then there's also the unique quest, the Palace Designer, where we gather fish and flowers to help design Al-Kharid's kingdom. Can't wait to use this steel sword for the rest of my journey in CraftScape.
You done goofed.
It's fishing time. Wait, what happened to my sword? Give me your fish! We're gonna need all of the rods eventually. And don't forget all the time spent grinding thieving levels just to find a lost wedding ring. Either way, these few hour sessions don't compare to what we face in Quest 35. Number 35, the Fremennik Trials. If you thought the previous quests were tough, say hello to Nightmare Mode. Over 30 brutal hours of grinding. No mercy. To prove ourselves to this Viking tribe, we need over 40 levels in attack, strength, and defense. We go all in, achieving 50 in each. Our prayer skill has to reach level 43 to protect us from becoming a punching bag. We grind this out easily. But then we make 2 bad mistakes. Big ouch. First, the turtle. It's always the turtle. We think we need level 80 fishing to catch it. Hours wasted. We stare at the water day after day, night after night. Sleeping schedule destroyed. But persistence kicks in, trout after trout being caught. Finally, at level 80, the turtle comes into our grasp. Only to realize turtles spawn on land. Could have just grabbed one and skipped the misery of traumatic fishing. What an evil tortoise. The second mistake? I think no food is allowed in the final Fremennik fight. Nope, only armor and weapons are forbidden. So there I am, swinging on empty. I make the fight way harder than it has to be. 4 times I go down. 4 times I get back up. No quitting. First attempt, we walk in with nothing but fists and misplaced confidence. Deservingly getting a, "Are you kidding?" Our second try we buff up, utilizing too much prayer, burning ourselves out in under a minute. Are you serious? Third round, we get our groove. Perfect prayer, perfect potions. If only we survived one more hit. No! So we do the most logical thing and get a strong defense potion in the Taverly dungeon. With our 4th attempt, we lock in. We activate prayer a few ticks before the warrior gets to us. We pop the potions early, and we time our clicks. We hold out just long enough to deal the final blow. And then after that success, we look up and the Incredible Hulk comes barreling at us and one-shots us. However, we do earn Thorvald's respect and gain the last vote we need for our initiation. We will persist through every quest no matter what. Iron Men don't quit. This game gives no time for relief though. Next up, another multi-hour grind. Just to craft a backpack. It adds 8 extra inventory slots, a huge upgrade, and something unique to CraftScape. Because, well, it doesn't exist in RuneScape, duh. Though here's the catch. It needs 18 mithril bars, plus level 50 crafting and slayer. Thankfully, we got our 50 slayer levels with the Fremennik Trials combat training. Looking back, that quest had higher standards than even the Olympics, though I doubt any of those athletes had to overcome fish-related trauma. The crafting levels and mithril bars were a different story though. Consistently and patiently, we spent hours turning Flax to string. Then it was off to Drainer Manor, hunting skeleton horses. These mobs can drop mithril bars, but only rarely. About as likely as Ernest going a day without turning into a chicken. Living as a chicken doesn't sound too bad though. Unless it's a farm chicken. Never mind, glad we helped out Ernest earlier. We got the pressure gauge. If we gave this back to Veronica, she would be engaged again. Finally, we get the last mithril bar. Hee-haw, my undead friends. Leaving behind a mountain of bones, we take our items to unlock another essential tool for gathering. But man, these grinds feel like climbing a mountain in flip-flops or heels. Pick your poison, I guess. The climb to complete every quest gets pretty exciting when we officially pass the 70% mark. But don't get comfortable yet, it isn't over. Between the next soul-crushing grinds, we catch a breather, digging into some classic old-school RuneScape. For quest number 40, we do the silly Priest in Peril, dealing with a communication breakdown that almost dooms Varrock to a monster invasion. Huh, weird. But we go anyways and we get to see this dog. We notice it kind of looks like the king, so naturally, we take care of it. Can't have some royal doppelganger stealing his thunder. Besides, one arrogant ruler is enough. So we report back and guess what? The king is furious. He's stomping around like we're the ones who forgot to mention the dog was guarding a holy barrier. Legit zero context, and not grateful at all for our saving of his canine royal image. Then comes Vampire Slayer, where we do exactly what the name suggests. We stake a vampire. Hey Morgan, I slayed the vampire for ya. He was like blah 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 blah. And of course, no one can skip the adorable Gertrude's cat making an appearance. These quests are just a few of the many letting us soak in RuneScape's absurd, goofy charm, right before the grind hits again. Meanwhile, the developers throw in some new nostalgia-boosting quests. Fairy Tale Part 1 and 2, The Grand Tree, Monk's Friend, and more. Fairy Tale Part 2 hits us with a level 57 Herbalore requirement, jump-starting our flower-picking arc. Unlike the 30-plus hours of fish torture, flower picking proves necessary, and honestly, way more bearable. With the CraftScape Wiki as our secret weapon, we target the right spots and maximize our efficiency. After over 15 hours harvesting gardens and irritating farmers, we finally hit level 57 Herbalore. This unlocks quest 48 and 49, the Fairy Tale Saga, which we then conquer. Our search does not go smoothly. There's legitimately like 20 people in here, but none of them are Frizzy Skirnipple. There he is! Frizzy Skirnipple! We easily destroyed the Tanglefoot, captured the Queen's life force, and delivered it to the Fairy Godfather to save Xenorous' beloved leader. Or so we thought. That completes Fairy Tale Part 1. Last time on RuneScape in Minecraft. Martin claims it must be very good, baby! That completes Fairy Tale Part 2. Huge win. Fairy Tale Part 2 unlocks Fairy Ring teleportation, making traveling across the map way faster. Tree Gnome Village opens up tree travel, and the Grand Tree drops hot air balloon and glider rides into our growing utility belt of transportation. But after removing the last of the stones, the king makes amends by opening all facilities, hot air balloons and gliders, to our use in the world of CraftScape. If only the king had access to more than 3 brain cells. The persistence finally paying off. With all that leveling behind us, quests 50 to 55 are smooth sailing, setting the stage for the finale, one of RuneScape's most iconic quests. But first, we tackle the 55th quest, Witch's House, notorious for giving new RuneScape players a rough time. It begins with a kid kicking his ball over a witch's fence, again. Because of course this happens all the time. We trespass onto the witch's property to retrieve it, and unsurprisingly, a monster forces us into battle before we can reach the toy ball. However, with our "we will persist through every quest no matter what" attitude, we have the skills to defeat any beast. No clenching butt cheeks and no sweaty armpits. Just a huge flex. And then, like every Minecraft victory story ever, we gear up to face the Ender Dragon. Yeah, that's the wrong game. Or is it? No. The quest we're really here for is Dragon Slayer. Dragon Slayer stays true to its roots. It's classic, it's generic, yet honestly my favorite quest in both RuneScape and CraftScape. The only grind left now to level our hunting skill to craft a lobster cage. Again, RuneScape is weird. He's so fed up with heroes showing up, and now we're just the next fancy pants on his lawn. Except we're wearing a skirt. Don't judge me, the thing has the best defense stats I own. But everything else comes easy. We gather the map pieces, grab the anti-dragon shield, and pack some food. No ender eyes and definitely no blaze rods. Thank goodness. We head to Crandor, taking a breath and reflecting on everything it took to get us here. We reminisce. The entire journey, we think about the catacombs where it began, training for the Fremennik Trials, so much fishing, saving princes and baby kittens, every ghost we helped, and the weirdo who tormented his father. So many quests filled our brain. Fighting the dragon proves brutal. Claws tear through the air at us. Roars shake the ground. We dodge, block, and heal with well-placed pizzas. Prayer protection holds against fiery breath. Damage lands, but we push forward persistently. Strike after strike with our sword connects. The dragon thrashes, health turning red, and finally, it collapses. Victory stands before us. The great Elvarg lies slain. The dragon head sits in our inventory as proof of our success. We persisted through every quest no matter what. Dragon Slayer gives us rune armor access, but the real win comes from conquering every quest in CraftScape. But every story needs a where is everyone now moment. Elvarg lies headless in our volcano. The witch's house kid? Kicking his toy ball over the fence and waiting on the next adventurer to find it. The skeleton horses still haunting Draenor Manor. The weirdo living rent-free on his dad's farm, forever asking players to scream "Babanza" in chat. The Lumbridge catacombs reeking of rotting evildoers. Okay, no, just kidding. It's actually just the sweaty Slayer Master. And us? Where are we now? Well, it's time to claim our Questcape. Proving that completing every quest in Ironman mode never broke us. We never quit. So we head to the Old Wise Wizard, bank robber extraordinaire, and grab the ultimate trophy, proof of our dedication and persistence. You can do it too. Set the goal, prepare the plan, and keep grinding to reach the prize you're after. Stay persistent. Thanks for watching the action, and